This is a good morning video. Good morning. It is Valentine's Day, and we are going to be speaking about plastic. So much plastic. The pharmacy is giving out so much plastic. Let's not give out a plastic bag, but yet I get to the pharmacy, and what do I get? A plastic bag. I don't get it. Plastic, half the container's not filled. Like, they can't put something in our head and give us a better way to do this. You know what I'm saying? Something better. So anyways, since it's Valentine's Day and I want to talk about the numbers of Valentine's Day and perhaps what does it mean, Valentine? The word Valentine has a 102 numeric count. That is the total letters. I am been energized. Should I put a lot of emotion in my videos? Should I put a lot of emotion in my videos? Should I bring up the vibration in my body so that sometime during the day when I'm not feeling the height of the vibration that I should come down, and then the mental would feel depressed, depressing the mental, not my mental, but heightening the mental and lowering the mental. And it's Valentine's Day today. The month of February, the 11th month countdown, all the way to December. Well, there's not 13, no, but if you count backwards, December and then November, would you actually have November 14th? Because the numbers for Valentine's Day is the second month of the 14th day, 2 and 5. The 25th letter in the alphabet is the Y, the Y, the Y in French, and it's not Greek. But they always mention, and maybe it's just my own mind, that they always say the Greeks and from behind and the Greeks and from behind. So I'm thinking the Y, what does that mean? Is it pointed this way and I'm the one that comes from behind before the split? So there's a lot of questions to ask to figure out the coding of why Valentine's Day. Why do we have to, on the 45th day of the year, which is a multiplication of 1 times 4, 1 plus 4, equaling to the first letter, or 10 and 4, but 14 is one word. So we're going to use it as 1 and 4 separately, or should we use it as the 14th letter, the letter N? Is it complicated for you yet? Well, it's getting complicated for me to remember all these words. The reverse of the 14th letter is the 13th letter, and the 13th letter is the letter M, and in French, M to M is to love. Do you like me, or do you love me? I put a thumbs up for the like, but I give you a beautiful red heart for the love. Why the red heart? Why not white? Because all the way around the red is the white screen that most of the time we'll see on our internet. I mean, unless you're running with a different background, but most of the backgrounds are running white. Okay, we have to speak general. You speak general, you speak private, you speak lieutenant, and eventually things that are just private become general and become none of your choice. And we're talking about Valentine's Day. So when we get 14 days from the 30th, we actually get to the 16th of November, which becomes 2 and 7, representing the half-life of the red sun. Because the red equals to the number 27. Now, 27, okay, is 2 words, 20 and 7. In French, it's also 27. On a cube, every side of the cube is 27, but the only side that gets enlightened is the one reverse of the 6 equaling to 7. Are you confused yet? So when we get November, we're talking about red. We're talking about the half-life. When we come to February, which is the reverse, we are talking about Earth's heart in rotation, because the total of February is 96. It is I am 31 plus 65, UARY. There are 2 months with UARY. One is January. Let me try and see if I can fade out this light. One is January, again with the light. Maybe I shouldn't have this light on at all. Maybe it's the outside light. Let me fix this a little bit, see if we can bring this in here. Okay, so I did not mark Jan, which Jan, did I have it on another piece of paper? Jan is 10, 11, and FEB, let me put this on. Okay, let's continue this video. So Jan, okay, is 25. Ueri is 65, equaling to or your 90 or your birth without the spirit. The ace card or the A letter is the first letter. It can be used in two positions when playing the game of poker, meaning you can have the low straight or you can have the high straight. But if you have a pair of aces, they're not valued under 2 as though they're equal to 2, but it's valued as the 14th card, and aces is the highest card in the game. 14, 1 and 4 equals to 5. That is your DNA into the E world. There's two ways of creating 5. One is 2 and 3, 5 with 2 cubes. The other one is 1 and 4, 5. And it's funny the way the 1 is located inside the 4 corners, as well as the 3 is inside the separation of the 2, both inside 5. Here is your ace inside 2. It's, how can I explain this? It's a put together. When you build a building, we call the manufacturer up and we say, hey, we need some steel beams, we need some nails, we need a construction worker. He has to bring his tools. Somebody has to make his tools. We need the tools that fit the nails, that fit the beams or the wood or whatever else we're building. We need somebody with shovels to come in and dig the hole so we can pour the mortar of the sand that came together from the hay that they stamped out with their feet while Moses was building the pyramids or the buildings for Pharaoh, which the Sphinx. So there's a whole process in creating the materials. Everything comes from nature, and the blueprints to put together this nature to create the elements we need, even the air we breathe, to the body that has the lungs that breathes in the air. So there's a whole process, and all we're talking about is Valentine's Day, the day of the love with the red heart. Why not the black heart? Which is funny. Black is numeric value 29, red is numeric value 25. The two together create 54. 1 times 4, 1 plus 4 equals to the 45, 54, which has a greater dimension. 54 and 36 equals to that 90. 45 and 55 gives us our liberty, and 45 and 45 again gives us that, not 55, I was creating something else. 45 and 55 is actually the spirit, and there's a whole story, and I don't want to get lost. It's Valentine's Day. We're supposed to be happy and buy gifts. Go out and buy gifts so that tomorrow you won't be as high as you are today and give you the doldrums running out through the rest of the winter. Unless you're in Florida, it'd be the doldrums of the palm trees. So what happens after February into March before the rise of Christ? Why do we have Valentine's Day? I'm not here for the answer. I'm here to show the numbers. The total of the month of February is 96. 9 times 6, 54, equaling to the DNA birth in the sun. The continuation is 5 times 4, 20. 5 plus 4, 9 is 29. And Mars, the sun and Mars in rotation. We now have the 14th card, in which I have shown you when you add ace through king, you get a total of 91. If you remove the ace, you end up with 90. Then we will place the 14th card ace at the end for the high straight. You will end up with 10 for communication. 105, adding up both aces on each end. 105 says the word je in French can mean game. In this situation, it is just I. If you minus the 14 from the 91, you end up with 77, Christ. The word November, N14, O15, this is the beginning of pi, 22, equaling to a total of 51, Mars, 56, 66, 69, in rotation of Earth, equaling to 94. I marked 84. Sorry, that is 94. That is Uranus, not Pluto. we are going to just talk about very quickly that September, October, and November. Oh, I've got breakfast served to me. Thank you.
Please don't show it.
Oh, I can't show it.
It's not an entertainment, right?
Okay, it's not an entertainment. Okay, so now I have to switch something around and speak that January, February has the UARY. 665 is the value of UARY, and 6 times 5, 6 plus 5 equals to 30 plus 11, 41. 1 times 4, 1 plus 4 equals to your 45, 54, and back to the numeric value for Valentine's Day. That is your January, February. Now, at the end of the year, we have September, October, November, and December bear the birth, the E-world angel into the house, and bear equals to the numeric value of 25. Again, Earth's heart. Oh, that's not good, whatever you just did.
No?
No, very bad. Thanks. Okay. Well, not bad, I just couldn't see my book. So we have 4 months with the burr inside of it. So each one of these, Deca 10, which October is the 10th month, but stands for 8. September, sept meaning 7, but actually it is the 9 month. So you have the birth inside the 8 heaven, inside the house. November, Deca. You can call it decadohedron. We can be talking about the 5-point star. And the 5-point star in designs will create the house. Because instead of having the opening at the bottom and then the roof, we'll close it in. In Deca, we open it up, the wide ass, and then we create the house. From the Deca to the house. Back to Valentine. The word Valentine is a total of 102. There is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The entity in ein or 9 and the house. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 9 letters. The total count of 9 letters is 180 and 63. So creation of man in the house, or the halfway house, the house of the Holy Spirit. VAL 35, energy. 39, ENT 20 and 14 and 5, 39, the spirit in the house, and the cycle of the spirit in the house of the skies is Saturn. Valentine's 10 and 2, JB, JB and JE. Inside February, FEBR, we have a total of 31. 31, putting it together with 105, will actually say I am and love. Jan, we're not using Ueri, because I'm not using the ending, we'll create 25, and we start out with Earth. So this is the basic for February, November connection, Valentine's Day, talking about the birth through the sun in the 9 lives of the cat. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. And I missed out saying something, that we spoke about red 27. We spoke about creation of man and the God, which is 36. And we spoke about the DNA of the red sun, which is 45 to 36 to 27 to 18. And those are all your 9s. Happy Valentine's Day. Have yourself a fine 366 days of this year. Thank you for watching this video. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus.